AngelDust, ex-listener. The Hazbin hotel lobby is never truly quiet, but tonight it feels softer around the edges. Neon from the street bleeds through the tall windows in its uneven pink and green paintings. Long stripes across the scuffed floor. You're folded into one of the old couches, knees pulled up, arms wrapped tight around them. Your phone sits face down on the cushion beside you, like it might still bite if you look at it wrong. The last words keep looping. It's not the timing. It's not the distance. It's you. You manage to keep your voice steady on the call, manage to say, okay, and hang up without crying. But the tears only showed up later, quiet and ugly, once you were alone in the small elevator with the flickering lights and the smell of the old perfume in the ozone. Fat Nuggets had found you first. The little piglet had trotted over with a surprising amount of determination, climbing halfway into your lap, and settled there like he was on a very emotional, important support tissue. His warm weight against your thigh is the only thing keeping you from floating completely out of your body. Angel finds you second. He doesn't announce himself with a joke or a flourish. He just appears in that easy, long-legged way. Heels clicking on the floor, even though he softens his step. 6 arms, all of them still for once. The usual sparkle in his expression is dialed down. He takes one look at the way you're holding yourself, and the way Fat Nuggets is glued to you, and something in his posture seems to shift. Hey, he says, voice quieter than usual, but that Brooklyn drawl still gentled around the edges. Room for one more, or is this a private pity party? You don't answer. You just shift a little so there's space. Angel drops down onto the couch beside you with a soft rustle of fabric, careful to not jostle the pig in your lap. One of his lower arms rests along the back of the couch beside you, not quite touching. The other settles in his lap. For a long minute, neither of you speak. Somewhere deeper in the hotel, a radio crackles. Husk mutters something about unintelligible behind the bar, and the neon keeps flickering. Angel eventually breaks the soft silence with a nasal sigh. All right. Talk to me, toots, or don't. But sitting here looking like somebody kicked your puppy isn't exactly doing you any favors, is it? The words spouted out before you could stop them. How the call started normal, how it turned, and how the guy you'd been seeing for the few months looked you in the eye, looked you in the screen, and said the problem was you. Not the arguments, not the late nights, just the shape of who you were when the lights are on and there's no one and nowhere left to hide. Angel listened without interrupting. His usual restless energy is still. One hand scratches absent-mindedly behind Fat Nugget's ears. The piglet makes a tiny, contented sound and presses closer to you. When you finally seem to run out of words, Angel is quiet for another beat. He lets out a low, humorous laugh. Jesus Christ! What a Class A piece of work, toots. He turns a little more towards you. The pink of his eyes is softer than the stage lights. The flirty armor is still there, but it's pushed aside like a coat he decided that he didn't need for this particular conversation. Okay, listen to me. Yeah, really, listen. A guy who waits until he's already halfway out the door to decide you're the problem? Yeah, that ain't honesty. That's cowardly with a bow on it. He doesn't get to rewrite the whole story just because he got scared of the ending. You swallow hard. Your voice comes out smaller than you'd meant it to. He said it like it was obvious, like everybody already knew he existed. You said. Angel's expression tightens for half a second. Something old and tired flickers behind his eyes, but he smooths it over. Yeah, well, people love doing that. Acting like the version of you that made them comfortable was the only real one. And the second you stop performing, you're the one that changed. He shrugs one shoulder, the motion elegant even when casual. I know that song, heard it more times than I care to count. Different voices, same BS melody. He doesn't elaborate. He doesn't need to. The weight of Valentino's name hangs unspoken between you two. One of his hands, careful and light, settles on your shoulder, not pulling, just resting there, warm and solid through the fabric. You're allowed to be wrecked about it, he says. If you gotta cry, get mad, sit here and stare at the wall for an hour, I ain't gonna judge. Hell, I've done worse for less. A tiny crooked smile tugged at the corner of his mouth. But don't start believing him. Not while I'm sitting here. That ain't happening on my watch. Fat Nugget chooses that moment to shuffle loudly and rearrange himself, so he's sprawled across both your laps. Angel huffs a soft laugh and uses his other hand to straighten the little bow on the pig's head. See, even the piggy agrees. You're good people. Better than that walking red flag deserved, if we're being honest. You lean into his side without really deciding to. Angel adjusts. The contact is easy for him. One arm settling more securely around your shoulders. It's not romantic. It's platonic. Protective and present. The lobby keeps breathing around you. Distant footsteps upstairs and the slow clink of glass. Nifty's muffled, muttering about dust in some off hallway outside keeps being heard. Hell keeps being loud and endless inside. But it's just the three of you and a little soft weight of a pig that refuses to move. The stretch of comfortable quiet after Angel speaks again was almost controversial. Tomorrow we can do whatever you need. We can stay in and watch something, or we can go out and raise enough hell that you remember you're still alive. No pressure, but we can do whatever you want. He glances down at you. But tonight you're not alone in this for a single second. This whole ridiculous hotel's got you, even if half of them don't exactly know how to say it without making it weird. You nod against his shoulder. The night stretches and the hotel settles somewhere far above. The pride ring keeps turning under its false blue sky. And the first time since the call ended, the words, "It's you," lose a little bit of their power, because standing right here on this ugly couch with a spider demon who knows exactly how it feels to be told you're too much and not enough at the same time, those words don't get a final say. AngelDust does, and he's decided without any fanfare at all that you're staying exactly where you are.